Do you have a problem with self-doubt? Then this is the video for you. In today's video, I'm sharing with you 3 things you need to do to stop doubting yourself. We all have times in our life where we experience self-doubt, whether it's starting a business, whether it is moving to another country, whether it's trying to figure out whether to write a book or whether to have a new relationship, whatever it is, we all experience self-doubt at some point. And that's perfectly normal. Having those feelings of uncertainty and unsurety is normal in life. And having a feeling of self-doubt is also when you're experiencing a lack of confidence, when your confidence hits a low, and when you start having those thoughts of, you can't do it, you don't know what to do, you don't know how to do it. It's when your mind starts telling you things that in reality is maybe not true, but because you have those thoughts and because those thoughts get compounded over time, then your confidence starts to lessen and then you start really having self-doubt. William Shakespeare once said, "Our doubts are traitors and make us lose the good we oft might win by fearing to attempt." Basically, that means that doubting makes us quit. It stops us from either starting and not finishing or not even starting at all. And self-doubt can have many different forms. It can come in the form of imposter syndrome, which is one that I have struggled with personally, where I get put into places and spaces where I question, what am I even doing here? I don't belong here. I'm not smart enough to be here. I don't know enough to be here. Those thoughts come into your mind to stop you from moving forward in what it is that, even though you may not have the full knowledge and the full experience of what it is that you're being called to do, you are still exactly where you need to be, because in the fullness of time and with hard work and with educating yourself more, you will get to that level of where you need to be. Something like imposter syndrome is quite debilitating if you don't stop it at the root cause. When the thought first comes into your mind, you need to capture it and stop it and change it. We all know that everything begins in the mind. All the challenges we face start in our own thought process and in our own minds. So if we can capture those thoughts as soon as we see them appear, then we are one step ahead to be able to then changing that thought in order to move forward. Another thought is indecisiveness. So it's not making a decision. And by not making a decision, you are actually making a decision. You're making a decision to not make a decision. That doubt is stopping you by not making a decision to move forward. You've actually made that decision to stay where you are, to stay in your comfort zone, and to just settle for less than you really want. So 3 things that can help you are: 1, practicing positive thinking. Like I just said, when a thought comes into your mind, capture it. As soon as it enters your mind, capture it and change it. So in order to do that, you need to have some positive thoughts to be able to replace the negative thoughts with, so that you're not caught off guard and the negative thoughts don't linger longer than they should. Number 2 is also thinking about past performances, thinking about things that have happened in your past where you have been successful at. So, if you do any form of journaling, then you can probably look back at what you have written before in order to see that, oh yeah, back in 2019, I actually accomplished this and I actually did that. So when that negativity comes into your head, you can actually look back and see, I've already done what it is that I want to do, maybe at a lower level or in a lesser form, but it makes no difference. You've actually been able to accomplish it. So have a think about what have you achieved already, that when doubt steps into your mind, you can actually think back to that in order to give you the confidence to move forward. And number 3 is surrounding yourself with supportive people, surrounding yourself with the right friends, surrounding yourself with the right family, surrounding yourself with the right circle of people that have got your back. So we know that there is power in the support system that you have around you. So if you have a negative support system around you, then the chances are that your life is going to end up in a negative way. If everybody in your circle is struggling with money, is struggling with working, is struggling with health, then there's a possibility, I'm not saying it's a given, because obviously there are exceptions, but there is the chance that you may end up in the same way, because who have you got that motivates you and pushes you forward to earn more money or get a better job or improve your health if nobody else in your circle is actually doing that? Do you know what I mean? So it's so important that you surround yourself with the right people, so when those negative thoughts come into your mind to try and stop you from doing what it is that you want to do, that you know deep in your heart you can do. If you really put in the time, the effort, dedication, you have the motivation, and you have the boldness to step out, you can achieve it. But sometimes you just need people in place and people on your team that can help you just move forward. Firstly, take a step, because the hardest bit is always in taking that first step. It's always the hardest bit. But once you launch out and you take that first step, then there's always going to be obstacles that are going to come in your way. It's so important to have people in your circle, in your group, that can help you push forward and help stop those negative thoughts and stop that self-doubt. Because generally people see more in you than you probably see in yourself. So you need those people on your team and in your circle that can lift you up when the negative comes and that can help you to drive forward. So I hope you have enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, and I shall see you in the next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.